I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour, take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
How's it going, Bills Mafia? Welcome back to another episode of the Bills Mafia Sit-down, episode number 6, as we're getting ready to make some cuts here for our squad, as we have 8 cuts to be exact. And those players, of course, this is not going to be too tough for us. I've kind of already have an idea of who the players are going to get cut. And of course, we got some things we need to talk about as we're getting ready for the start of the second season here in this franchise. But as you take a look here, we're looking at some of the players here, and a lot of these players will probably be on the practice squad. Other players, of course, will, we have cut 8 players, but just basically cut from the team. They won't necessarily be completely cut from the organization. They'll be, of course, be in moved to the practice squad here. So we're just make some changes here. You see Rivers, Kemp as well. Kemp, I believe, will be going to the practice squad as I planned. Yep. We got Nick McLeod, 62 overall corner there. He has great speed. There's no way I can get rid of him, so we're going to put him on the practice squad. Jalen Moreland, he's got a hidden dev. He's a defensive tackle. He's 63 overall. We can't necessarily have him on the team, but we can have him on the practice squad, and we are going to do so here. And same thing for our right tackle, Warford, as we're doing that as well. Now, I did make sure that we could not, that teams could not cherry pick out of practice squads and stuff like that. You got what you got, and you can go from there. Of course, pick up guys from free agency. So I did do that because eventually we will move those guys to, some of these guys will be moving on to the actual team, and of course these practice squad guys, they get an opportunity here to just see what they can do for us. In case of we have an injury, a freak injury of some sort, we need another player. Instead of going out to the free agency pool, we can just go and give guys from here for our practice squad. So of course we cut another player there, so we got 7. We need one more practice squad member here, or at least one. We'll cut one more. Then you see Francisco. He's got a hidden dead as well. He's one of our up-and-comer linebackers that we drafted there in the draft, and we went ahead and moved him to the practice squad. So there you see our practice squad and the depth we got so far here. And of course, we could add some more guys as well and the practice squad. We have to just have to sign to a contract, and then there'll be a short-term 1-year contract for I think is the league minimum, which I'm not for sure what it is. But yeah, we'll move those guys there. And like I said, occasionally we may call some of these guys up to get a chance to, be on the team, just see what they can do and see if they can help out and get some experience that's always needed. But there you see some of the releases. Of course, these are some guys we released. We released Tony Brown, and of course the other two we already released during the once we picked them in the trades, and we went ahead and just cut them ahead of time. And then you see our practice, just from the transaction log here, just showing you guys some of just being transparent here, showing you guys some of the practice squad guys on there. And then, like I said, we can just call them up whenever we need a guy, or if we want to have a guy to play for us, we can have him called up and then have him be a part of the team. But yeah, I think with the squad that we got here, I think they're going to be pretty promising. And of course, we're going to try to get them. Of course, especially the 3 guys that we do have hidden talent on. I really need to get them, make sure they get called up, because I want to know what their hidden talent is. Worst of the worst, they could be star dev, or could be. I imagine with the low rating of that guy, they're probably a star dev, to start off their career. Now, season goals, this is always a tough thing for me to decide on, because you don't want to go, say, they had us at 4 wins. I think we can win more than 4 wins, because we were a playoff team last year. We lost quite a bit on our, I think defensively, I think we lost a bit, because we lost our, our safety, our safety and our free safety as well. But I think for the most part, here, I think we can get 7 wins. 7 wins sounds like reasonable. Making the playoffs, I want to be realistic and say probably not, but you know what? Let's just shoot for the sky here. Let's go ahead and say let's just do playoff. Let's see if we make the playoffs. We should. I feel comfortable with this team. I feel good with this one. So as we take a look here, we're on our first press conference here, and we're talking about the big game coming up here, which we're going to kind of preview here in this game, or at least in this episode here today, as we're going to be taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. And of course, when you have to deal with the Chiefs, you have to deal with the man, the legend of Kansas City, and that being Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes is a guy that, I give a lot of flack for him. I'm not a big fan of his, because I do live in the Kansas City area in real life, but I'm not a big Kansas City Chiefs fan. But, Patrick Mahomes, he's great. He's a good player. He's definitely the top tier quarterback out there. I can't give him that. But in video game land, I don't really care for him. I want to destroy him. So that's our game plan there. We're going to pretty much use the same game plan that we had from before. Is really just try to apply some pressure on Patrick Mahomes, get him to throw off balance, off kilter, anything like that. Now, I will say that one of his main targets, and that is Travis Kelce, he's going to be out for some time. He will not be in this game coming up. So that's going to be very helpful for us. But it could also be a hindrance. It could also cause some trouble to him to expose some new players that they have. They got Gray as their backup, and I believe they have a tight end they picked up free in the draft as well as a rookie. But there you see, we got to try to get 2 sacks on him in this game, and of course, obviously beat him to bring the heat. And we're coming in hot. We got a +5 finesse and power moves this week against the Chiefs, and so it's going to be very important for us to really just come right at Patrick Mahomes, let him know, hey, dude, we're here to work, and we're here to really pretty much target you. Well, not necessarily target, air quotes, but our main focus is you. We're gonna make sure we can get you out of kilter and get you out of the game if we can, if need be, and just really do something. So to see here, we're looking at some of our scouts here. We're trying to assign some scouts, and for the most part here, this is another thing in the game I kind of wish they would kind of, you get 5 scouts. I believe you. To me, I think you should get at least 2 star, or you should get 2 3 stars, 2 2 stars, and 1 1 star. I think that's fair enough. I think that's pretty reasonable. Or just do like an MLB, you based on money, and you try to get the best scouts you can, and depending on the money you have, that's what you can do. So we're going to try to protect our, at least offensively or defensively, we're going to try to stop Patrick Mahomes in the short passing game. And then on the offensive side here, we got to worry about the play count, or should say the blitz counter, because that was something that was a big issue for us. If you've seen in the preseason game against the Cowboys, they did a number on us in that game, and it was bad. It was really bad. And of course, majority of that was our second string guys out there. But the Cowboys did a great job. We got to tip our hat to them. And of course, we play the Cowboys in week 5. And so I would love to go to Jerry World and return the favor to them, even though that game did not count. We got a chip on our shoulder. So there you see Travis Kelce is going to be out with that PCL strain. He's going to be out for this one game, this 1 week. So week 1, he will not be there in Buffalo. He'll have to sit out. But we're going to try to take advantage of that because, Travis Kelce, he's that big talented tight end. He's probably, I think they said in real life, he's going to be close to being the best tight end in their franchise history with all the catches he's got, even better than Tony Gonzalez. And that's a record anything no one's going to ever get to. But Travis Kelce is able to do that. And of course, you see Chris Jones as well. Of course, right in real life right now, he's in a contract dispute with the Chiefs. But in this one, he's pretty happy. He's got a pretty good 94 or 95 overall. There you see he's got a slight +1 in bonus there, but he's a superstar dev, and he is definitely going to be a guy that we're going to have to make sure we block very well there. We have to make sure we double team him and not let him get to our quarterback, because Chris Jones, if he can, and he will, he can ruin your day if he gets to your quarterback too many times. So that's going to be definitely a issue for us. Wide receiver wise, Kansas City picked up Calvin Ridley over the postseason, over the offseason there against, of course, he's a former Atlanta Falcon, now with Kansas City. And I can't say this is going to be probably their go-to guy here in the passing game, besides, especially in the deep passing here with him. He's a bit of a playmaker. He's seen as a playmaker, but he'd also be a deep threat as well. And of course, we don't want to deal with Calvin in that sort of way. So we're gonna have to try to make sure we kind of face him out of the game here pretty quickly. We're gonna put our best for our corners out there to match up with him from stride for stride. And really, truly, it's going to be probably, I would imagine if we have a pitch with him, it's going to be that 50-50 ball. It's going to be that jump ball, because our corners are a little bit short. They got excellent speed. I think they might be 2 or 3 inches shorter than Calvin Ridley. So Ridley will have the advantage over on that. So we're hoping not get in that situation there. We're hoping that we can keep up with him, and then maybe just try to bat stuff out of his hands, or he does come down with it, try to knock it out. And get some incompletions on him. Woodward, he is a rookie right in from Cal, and he was not in our Highland Scotty series, I don't believe, but he is a player with hidden dev for Kansas City. He's only been having 65 snaps. We don't know exactly what his dev trade is yet, but he looks like he's a pretty promising player. Could be a good player for them defensively there to help out with Chris Jones there in the next couple of seasons here. And like I said, I think I said it in past videos there, Kansas City's defense, or the defenses in the NFC, quarterbacks in the NFC or AFC West are going to be having a tough time, because there's a lot of good defensive players that went in that division there. So the next couple of years are going to be really rough for Mahomes and company. As for left tackle here, you got Miles Monroe. He is from Penn State. He's a rookie. Of course, he has a hidden dev as well. 6'6", 308 pounds, 21 years of age. He's a good pass protector, and of course, he will be definitely on that line there, helping out Kansas City to protect Mahomes. And like I said, he is going to be a person that we're going to have to try our best to try to penetrate that offensive line and try to get to Mahomes often and from different. Really, I got to try to go from different angles, from linebacker position, from coming off the edge. Von Miller, I feel like we have a good chance with him having a very successful season. I don't know if this will be his last season, but if it is, we're hoping we can have him go on a bang with another championship ring. But if you remember, we played the Chiefs back in week 5 in the first season 1. There you see 38-28, and we had a great time. I mean, we did very well that first quarter, 21-14. Then we scored 3 points. We stopped Kansas City from scoring. We didn't let Kansas City score until really the third quarter. And then, of course, we went strive for strive in both of those final quarters, and then finally kind of pulled away towards the end there, and it had great ball control and just really had Mahomes on its heels. And that's what I'm hoping that we can do the same thing here again. Of course, we did have great time possession there. But Mahomes, 280 yards, 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He was 24 for 34. He got sacked twice in that game. We got sacked 3 times with Allen, but for the most part here, we got our quarterback doing pretty well there and got him the win. There you see the running game for Kansas City, really non-existent, as that was one of the main concerns, because they do have a decent halfback there. But Harden, of course, Harden's no longer with Kansas City anymore. I believe he is now with, I think in this game, I think he's with the Dolphins. But there you see the rest of the numbers there. And like I said, this was a good game. I mean, for the most part here, we came at Mahomes in different ways. We were able to, we didn't need to sack him a lot, but we did apply a lot of pressure on him, get him to throw the ball, get him uncomfortable in the pocket, and that's just something we need to do. Of course, Mahomes is a good scrambler. He can get 20 yards very quickly and cause some havoc in the running game, in the rushing game as well. And I think a good couple of hits from that. I think he won't be doing that. I think he'll stay in the pocket, but he is known for those good crazy throws, those lobs and stuff like that. Especially coming up here in real life, in Madden 24, I can only imagine what he's going to be like in that game. But for the most part, I think we got a good chance here. I mean, the odds are against us here. We're not a great overall team. We're 81 overall. They're at 86. So when it comes down to it, we're going to have to really run the ball. That will help us out in the passing game. We've got the blitz counter that we're going to be working on. So we got a lot of passes there that can help us out passing wise and make good timing decisions. And I think that's, for the most part, that's what's going to help us out and work for our favor. But I think the running game is going to be very important for us to make sure we do that and run the ball very well. We've got 2 great backs that can help us out. As a matter of fact, a third one that we have as well that can help us out as well in that. And of course, Hunter Cannon. He's now playing a fullback position. He will be playing tight end at some point here. I know you got some Hunter Cannon fans out there, but he will be playing the tight end position as well. We'll kind of move those guys. We'll move him and Parker around in those in formation wise, and just see who does best with what, and go from there. So it'll be a kind of a rotating door with those tight ends this season here, especially after, I think we'll try the first 2 weeks with Parker, and then weeks 3 and 4 we'll do with Hunter. So, but that's it. If you guys have any ideas or some strategies I should use against Kansas City for the most part here, let me know down below in the description. I always love you guys let me know what you guys think, what we should do, and I'll put those into suggestion there for this for the game. And of course, you have any strategies for any other teams that we have coming up here, especially the first 4 games. Got Chiefs, of course, Patriots coming up in week 2, week 3, Dolphins on the road, and of course back home with the Jets. The first 3 divisional games, and then we have the Cowboys in week 5, and then we have a bye week, and we have the Dolphins again. This time it'll be at home. So got a lot of big games coming up here the first 5 or 6 weeks of the season, and I'm looking forward to the challenge here. It's gonna be good for us. But that's it for this episode of Bills Mafia Sit-down. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you happen to be new. Hit that bell notification as well if you have not yet. Hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified of this series and any other series that happens to, any videos really happens to drop here on the channel. Don't forget to follow us on our second channel over on ESGNet Plus LP. It's got great content over there as well. And that's it for me. So, as always, go Bills Mafia. And not to mention, keep yourselves and each other healthy. And I will see you all next time.